Hey friends, Rick from BCW Supplies, back again with another episode of Getting Into Flesh and Blood. This time I'm in Madison, Indiana at the Dragon's Realm, getting ready to open up my case of Tales of Aria First Edition. A little side note, I am in Madison, Indiana, which is southern Indiana, at a store called the Dragon's Realm. Frank was an early adapter to Flesh and Blood, brought it in with Welcome to Wraith here in the United States, and has cultivated a phenomenal play group down here. So if you find yourself in northern Kentucky or southern Indiana looking for a place to play, come down to the Dragon's Realm and hang out with some of the guys that have been playing Flesh and Blood since Welcome to Wraith. Well, with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get in. I'm only doing one box opening in this video. I'll do another box opening later, probably still while I'm down here at the Dragon's Realm, and we'll be moving forward from there. So thank you for watching this. We'll come back with our box opening here in just a moment. All right, here we are, guys. We're getting into this box opening right now. Again, we are live in the store doing this recording. The store is open, so there may be some background noise. People are super excited getting their hands on their Tales of Aria First Edition. I'm excited. I couldn't wait to get back to the studio, so I'm just gonna open it here, and we're gonna go through it. I'm gonna do my best to keep things in focus. Again, I don't have my normal setup, so we are just kind of doing things on the fly here. Again, this is gonna follow the Welcome to Wraith and the Arcane Rising. If you're trying to leave the rares and foils for the last card, you're gonna have a token on the back. It is double-sided unless it is the cracked bauble. I've got my modular sorting tray here. I'm gonna be making one for tokens, one for commons, rare, majestic, foil, and the equipment. And then off camera, right here, I have my 2 additional cells that I'll be using to house the overflow of commons that we get. Again, this is how I like to pre-sort as I go into my things. Just for theatrics, I'm going to move the 7 from the back to the front. All right, we have a yellow glacial footsteps, shockwave, overflex, mulch, inspire, lightning, blizzard bolt. Now these are our commons. Here is a common piece of equipment, which is the crackerjack. We have lightning surge, polar blast, entwined lightning red, autumn touch blue, and snow under red. These are all our commons. Now we're into our 2 rare slots in our foil. We're gonna have Frostfang here. We have emboldened, both of these are rares, and then our foil is a blue Winter's Grasp foil. The foiling on some of these is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. So there we go. Little lackluster on the first pack, but again, all packs cannot be winners. Once again, there's the token. I'm not gonna move them around because I realize that in the equipment slot is where you're gonna find your cold foil, so you can have a chance at a cold foil common, the legendary. There's also the All Art Majestic cold foil, as well as the Majestic Weapon cold foil possibility. So we're really hoping to pull a nice cold foil or a legendary out of this. Still kind of looking here. These are gonna be our commons. Now we're into our rares. So we have Weave Earth, we have Cold Wave, and then our Cold Invigorate, or Invigorate foil. Then in the equipment slot, we have just a plain equipment, and then we have our commons here. So all 3 of these characters look super interesting to me at this point. I haven't seen too much where I'm like, oh, I definitely want to play this one. I do like Oldheim. I do like Briar. Lexi still looks good to me. Again, our commons, then our rares, Cold Wave again, Summerwood Shelter, both rare. We did open a foil rare. This is a red Bolt and Shoot for Ranger, and then Ragamuffin's Hat for our equipment, and then more commons. All right. We're a few packs in. All right, Red Sigil of Suffering, Blink, our first Majestic. Now this is absolutely amazing. I love this card. It's a lightning card that instant speed, you can gain an action point. It's kind of like a free go again. We have foil, and then another hood, common equipment. Back to the regular commons. Now, it should be noted that there are no generics in this set that are usable. The generics are just gonna be the element generics. Ball Lightning is an amazing card for Lightning. I'm a huge fan of it. All right, here we go into the rares. We've got an Ice Quake, we have Evergreen, and we have a rare foil in a Summoner Wood Shelter, and a Ragamuffin, and more commons, and the token. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Tales of Aria so far. Hope you got to do some good pre-releases. Snapshot, a Bolt and Shoot, a foil blue Entwined Lightning, the common Runeblade legs, and then more commons. We got a lot of commons to go through, a lot of other great YouTube content creators out there creating a lot of wonderful content where they're going through the cards a little bit more in depth than I do. I just prefer to show you the good bits. Foil Overflex, a Coat of Frost. There we go. All right, we have Ice Quake Red. Channel Lake Frigid Majestic. Now this is a card that I think is gonna see a lot of play. This Ice Action Aura really starts the tax on people. I'm gonna be looking for at least 3 of those. We also have a foil Snapshot, nice foil rare. A Rotten Old Buckler. Still looking for the Oldheims, or the Guardian Legendary Shield out of this. I've seen some of my friends and teammates opening up a bunch of boxes so far this morning. We've yet to see one pulled today. We know it exists, we've seen them online. We're just hoping to open one ourselves. All right, a yellow Embolden, a blue Biting Gale, both rares, a Shock Strike red foil, a Plume of Evergrowth, and then again, more commons and our token. Just ripping through these as quick as we can because we're hoping to hit the magic. Really want to show you the good stuff if we happen to open it. Evergreen red, Sigil of Suffering yellow, Icy Encounter, a Mark of Lightning, and then the commons and token. Now, I will say this about Sigil of Suffering. I said it in my Las Vegas video that I did. They were absolutely amazing for me in Sealed. There's not a lot of defense reactions in this game. If you're playing Briar and Sealed, Sigil of Suffering is absolutely amazing. It's a great defense reaction. So we have Lightning Press blue, Biting Gale red, an Arcanic Shockwave yellow, a Coat of Frost, and more commons, and then Lexi Livewire. All right, hold on. And a yellow Explosive Growth. There is a Channel Mount Heroic. This is a Majestic. We have the Winter's Bite and a Rotten Old Buckler. More commons. I think I've messed up at some point. Started throwing the foils up here with the Majestics. Fix that real quick. I do like to keep those separate. Again, the part of the pre-sorting is just being able to put things into my collection easily. So we have the Cracked Bauble. Still a huge fan of Cracked Bauble. I don't know why. It's kind of a weird thing, but Weave Ice red, Rites of Lightning blue. We have a foil Entangle and a Deep Blue. Deep Blue is one of the better cards to have, in my opinion. When you're doing limited, it is a great chess piece. The 3 resources it can generate, I would say if you're doing draft, that is probably something you want to look at taking early. Equipment is kind of important when it's one of the good pieces. So we have a Bolt and Shoot blue and a Lightning Press red. We have a foil flash. We have a Ragamuffins hat, and then more of the commons. Again, hopefully after opening up a couple of boxes, we'll have at least a playset of all the commons. And we are looking for some of the Majestics depending on what you open. Right now, for me, is going to depend on what I play. Summerwood Shelter, Weave Lightning Red, and Explosive Growth all rare. Nice foil rare there. And Crackerjack. And then another token and the rest of the commons. All right. We're about halfway through the box, still looking for our cold foil. I do believe you get a cold foil in every box, but don't quote me on that. It's what we've seen so far. Snapshot Blue, an Awakening. That is a great Majestic for the Oldheim Guardian. We also have a foil. I did it again. We also have a foil Singing Steel Blade. There we go. And Runaways, more common. So far, we're holding out for the good stuff here. Hopefully, saving it for the bitter end. All right, so we have a blue Weave Earth and a red Flash. We also have a foil blue Breaking Ground, an Amulet of Lightning. Now do note that the Amulet of Lightning or the Amulet of Earth or Amulet of Ice can be in the equipment slot area. There's nothing special about them there. It's just one of the things that about the set is where things are located. So, still looking for our cold foil. Yep, and I just screwed that up too. So there's our token. We have our commons. All right, we're into a Weave Ice Blue, a Weave Earth Red. We have a blue foil Emerging Avalanche, and then we have our Plume of Evergrowth common as well as other commons. Let me fix this real quick where I just dumped commons in the wrong spot. Okay, so there's our token, our commons. All right, Emboldened Yellow, Light It Up Majestic. Now this is great. This is a Lexi Specialization Majestic. Super happy to see that. We also have a foil Emboldened, a Plume of Evergrowth, and more commons. All right, it looks like we're down to about 5 or 6 packs left. 5 packs it is. Still looking for our cold foil, hoping it's a legendary. We'll see. All right, commons, blue turn Timber, a red Icequake, a red foil Earth Surge. Now this card, I honestly think is going to do exceptionally well in Earth-centric decks. It's +5 with Go Again with a cost of 2. We have a Coat of Frost regular, and then our token and our commons. All right, 4 packs to go. Building the suspense. All right. Another yellow Sigil of Suffering, a blue Bolt and Shoot, a foil Rejuvenate, and Runaways. And then our commons and tokens, 3 packs to go. Here we are, our commons. All right, we have a red Turn Timber, a yellow Weave Lightning, a common, a foil Rites of Replenishment foil, a hood, a Honing Hood common, and then our token and more commons. Down to 2 packs. Starting to get scared, friends. Really starting to think I'm not gonna see a cold foil out of my first box. But we'll see. All right, we have Explosive Growth. Sting of Sorcery. This is a great Majestic for Runeblade. Happy to see that. We also got a foil Tome of Harvest, another Majestic foil. We got a deep blue, and then commons and tokens. So our last pack, we're really hoping this has a cold foil in it. Otherwise, this will be the first box I've seen open without a cold foil, unless I missed it. I'll have to go back and look and see if I missed it. We have a blue Flash, a yellow Rites of Lightning, We have a foil Entwine Ice. Oh, and we pulled a cold foil Voltaire Strikes Twice. Look at that beautiful Ranger bow in cold foil. So it was in the last pack. It did come in. And there we go. That'll sum it up. That is a great hit. I know that is a highly sought after card right now for Ranger, or for Lexi rather, because it's the Elemental Ranger Majestic Bow in cold foil. So, all right friends, that's it for this video. Remember, when it comes to collecting, storing, or displaying your hobbies or collectibles, BCW has you covered.